Online classes. I think it's time for me to actually talk about online classes and how this whole thing is a whole big mess. And I'm not gonna lie, I've started taking online classes since 2021, and the first online class that I actually took was which one it is? It's over there. I've seen it yesterday as I was cleaning, but it's all the way up there. So the first online class I actually took was like a Google online class, but it was about like marketing and stuff, and it was like one of the first. Well, one of the reasons why it was the first class that I actually took it was because one, it was free. Two, it was Google, and then three, I was not doing anything, and it was free yet again. So I could have, I just took it, and yeah, and ever since I, dabble into online classes, and I even had an online internship that I did in 2021 when I was still back in Haiti, and there it is with Upkey, and it was like a lot of stuff that I generally don't remember. It was like Excel and a lot of stuff right now that I cannot even recall as I'm talking to you guys. But yeah, so I used to think that those online classes were pretty easy, like you don't really have a bunch of work to do and you can do your work whenever you want to, and that's pretty much all about it. But in college it's different, so I think my perspective changed over time, because back in high school it was pretty much me not doing anything and actually trying to find something to do with my free time, to me right now generally be interested into something or subject and actually trying to dive deep into it and get the most out of my whole experience into actually learning this new subject or this new thing that I'm diving into. And my experience totally changed. My experience changed from, let's just do this because we're bored and then we're gonna get our certificates, and that's one of the reasons why I got like so many certifications behind me, to hey, let's actually dive into this because it's interesting, and at the end of the day you're gonna get a certificate. So I think it's pretty cool, so I might as well just dive into it. And as we're diving into it, let's actually go and dive into other stuff as well, so that we can like reinforce what it is we are learning and actually get the most out of it. And that's actually what makes it hard, because like my online classes, like the way that I actually do my online classes and how I take them is I get to a platform called Coursera, and they have like multiple like colleges and stuff that they're affiliated to, and that those institutions actually give these classes, and then at the end you get the certifications from those institutions. Sometimes you can use them for credits and other times you can't, but like most of them you cannot get any hours class credit out of them, which is understandable because they don't even relate to my major, some of them, to be honest. And that's how I actually take my online classes. And so the lectures are pre-recorded, you'll have some reading to do, and like I talk about like in one of my past videos, when I'm learning I like to dive into multiple sources and actually get to understand what it is I'm learning. And that's one of the reasons why it takes a lot of work, and that's one of the reasons why I realized that I need to change my whole strategy when it comes to learning, or when it even comes to online classes, because it's a lot. So the thing that I try to do, or that I'm trying to do right now this week, is touching everything every day. So I used to be like, so if I'm taking like 3 classes, 1 day for each class, but right now this thing I just throw it in the garbage because it's literally trash. And the reason why it's because someday I do not feel like anything, and by doing so I do not work, I do not study, and that's pretty bad, because at the end of the day I'm gonna get behind and I'm not following the plan, and that's bad. And one thing that I'm trying to do right now, which is like the new thing that I just talked to you guys about like 2 seconds ago, is actually touching everything every day. Even if it's just like a slight amount, I touch it and actually get a feel of what it is and how it feels like. And it's pretty cool too, because at the end of the day you realize that this specific amount of work that you wanted to dedicate to this specific subject for this specific week, by giving some hours, some minutes throughout your days, throughout the week, it just totally equate to, or sometimes more, to the amount of time that you want to dedicate to the subject at the beginning. So might as well like just do some small little work every day and actually gradually see it increase, and also your knowledge about the subject that you're trying to learn too, because at the end of the day it's all about learning, and there is a way to do it. There's always a way to improve. There's always a way to do stuff better. There's always a way to manage and actually, be your best. But that's one way that I thought about like last week, and I was like, let's try to implement it this week. But as for how he goes now, I cannot really reflect on it because I have not been doing this like for a really long time. But it can get pretty huge and pretty intense because you're switching between different subjects every day. Even if, I think by the third days, by after I say 3 days, by the third day you might be used to it. But like you switching up to different subject like this might actually be something that makes you burn out, like that people says, and can probably make you not interested into learning the subjects anymore because you'll see it as a chore. But hey, learning is fun. It should be fun, but at the end of the day, you're learning. So fun can be a part of the equation, but fun does not automatically is a part of the equation. So let's keep that in mind, because this week you're learning, next week you're still gonna learn, but not the same thing, because guess what, you learned it last week, so you might as well just learn it this week so that you don't have to learn this the upcoming week. That's my whole motto when it comes to this. There it is. And I'm still taking a lot of online classes. Matter of fact, I have a shit of classes that I want to take for springs, and I think right now the count is 60, believe it or not. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that I'm sorry, 64 right now. And I don't think that I'm gonna take all those classes this spring, because I have like so much to do, and with work as well, it's just like taking a really huge hold on my body. So I'm gonna try to skim to what those important classes, the classes that I really want to dive into. Like I have anatomy, I have stem cell class, I have system biology, I have integrated analysis in system biology, I have a class on prostate cancer, a class of understanding the brain, probably neuroanatomy, how vaccine works, type of vaccines and stuff like that. Those are all stuff that I really want to know, and questions that I had. They also have like a class on, so might as well actually take the class instead of watching like a 2-minute YouTube videos about it and have a really limited point of view. Might as well just go watch a class and dedicate it a week or maybe 2 weeks about it, or for the specific questions or maybe for the specific interest, and then you will have materials that can kind of guide you into how we can dive into this interest or the specific questions that you had at the beginning. So that's my whole take on online classes and how I do them and how I take them. Alright, I hope you guys got something out of it, and yeah, feel free to tell me if you're taking online classes and what's your takes on it. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Bye.